Hello, my name is Ali Segatul Islami with Lili Pschile, co-founder of PSLA Architekten in Vienna. We look forward for the symposium organized by Jean-Pierre Chupin, Tina Gregorich, and Thomas Amann, Policies and Qualities. For us, entering competitions has always been an intrinsic means to logically develop our own understanding of architecture. After entering a series of competitions, this soon became a testing field for us, not only operationally, to end up with a project as an object that is the best for a specific solution, but to be able to further develop and extract the DNA of the project that can be transformed to the next project. A specific and literal articulation of one architectural project or competition entry results in a more general type or formula or diagram that can be easily the starting point of speculative design in the next project. Since 2010, the city of Vienna has been organizing a series of Bildungscampus or educational campus competitions. We took part in 5 competitions, of which we could realize 2 projects. Most of the educational campus projects roughly comprise around 450 single rooms for up to maximum 1,500 children from kindergarten to secondary school. What makes these projects and competitions so intriguing and interesting for testing topology is in having to negotiate between producing small and introverted cozy playing and learning areas within a structure the size of a large urban infrastructure building. The competition briefs between each of the competitions show a great level of programmatic analogy, with the city administration in Vienna themselves utilized as a testing ground by introducing different focuses each time: low-tech architecture, cluster sizes and constellations, incorporating physical exercise, margin between public and private use of the properties, outdoor learning, new forms of pedagogy, etc. All the different specifics of the competition brief introduce irritations or inflections in the generative layout of the approach, which kicks off a total reinterpretation of the initial diagrams or the generative layout of the idea. Because of the innovative ambitions of the client and the complexity of the brief itself, we have been taking part in using this series of competitions as a testing ground for innovative stimulation of students' architectural evolution understanding. I will try to provide you with a history of an evolving type in different competition entries. We called it kaleidoscope, radial configurations that allow, foster and multiply the spatial relationships of each architecture element in the context of their alignment towards inside or outside of the building. A year before entering the competition of Bildungscampus Beresgasse that our office completed in 2019, we were experimenting with non-orthogonal arrangements in learning environments at a competition for a secondary school building in Stammersdorf in Vienna. We called it kaleidoscopic configurations. In context of the Bildungscampus Beresgasse, with regard to its size and complex programmatic structure, we tried to develop and rearrange the kaleidoscopic approach to complexify the different functional and spatial relationships at a much bigger scale at the campus. We ended up introducing a multitude of topologies: multi-oriented hall structures, bridge-like structures, and star-like radial configurations of clusters on top of a plinth. So the realization of the kaleidoscopic types of the previous competition entry had a totally different architectural implication on the building of the Bildungscampus Beresgasse. And then during the building phase of the Bildungscampus Beresgasse, we took part in an invited competition organized by the city of Vienna for an educational campus with a programmatic focus on low energy consumption and ideas of low-tech, Bildungscampus Atzgersdorf. The programmatic layout of the competition brief was again very similar to Beresgasse, but some input information had been added and changed. So we had to alter, reassemble, reconfigure, and revisit the initial diagram to be able to find a specific solution for the final project. And a couple of months ago, a year after the completion of the campus project in Berchtesgaden in Vienna, we entered an invited competition in the city of Berlin, where we further developed the radial or kaleidoscopic configuration of the building into a hexagonal torus or ring. We initially kept the idea of a self-reflexive, multi-dimensional structure as in Stammersdorf and Berchtesgaden, but inverted the global configuration we were testing in Atzgersdorf to end up with a manifestation of a hollow circular model. In this sense, competitions in series become an open-end innovative tool for us to generate a cumulative architectural intelligence that in a way synchronizes the continuity of past and present projects, a more speculative and logical experimentation with types and topologies rather than a personal realization of a catalog of subjective wish list of us as architects, or just a literal response to the competition brief. We believe that recursive application and experimentation with irreducible types is one of the most basic and vivid tools for architectural design and innovation. Thank you.